If you live in Asia and you're thinking, this is a crazy American pickup, it will never make sense for my roads, don't skip. Because the 2026 RAM TRX 4x4 is the kind of truck that looks like a toy for rich people, but it can actually be a smart buy for a very specific type of owner. The question is not, can it do off-road? The question is, can you afford to run it, can you live with it in traffic, and will it hold value better than your other options? Because this truck is not cheap, and it's definitely not fuel-friendly, but it is one of the few pickups that can feel like a supercar in a straight line while still being usable every day. First, let's clear the confusion. The TRX was discontinued after the 2024 model year, and now Ram has confirmed the TRX is coming back as the 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX, going on sale in the second half of 2026. Official starting price is around $99,995 in the USA before destination, and some outlets listed a bit higher depending on how they count destination and packaging. Media.stellantisnorthamerica.com +2. Now, price for Asian buyers. If you are in Japan or ASEAN markets, you usually won't buy this through a normal showroom like a Hilux. Most TRX units arrive through importers. That means you're paying the truck price plus shipping plus import duty plus local taxes plus, because I can, dealer margin. So in real life, Japan can easily land in the high range of roughly $140,000 to $200,000 equivalent depending on spec and yen rate and tax category. In ASEAN markets, it depends a lot. In places with heavy excise taxes on big engines, it can climb even higher. So if you're shopping outside the USA, your smart move is to treat the US MSRP as the starting point, not the final price. Now the big pain point, fuel average. TRX is famous for one thing besides power. It drinks fuel like a thirsty bus. The older TRX EPA rating was about 10 miles per gallon city, 14 miles per gallon highway, 12 miles per gallon combined. In Asian traffic, especially stop and go, short trips, and hot weather with AC, you should mentally prepare for even worse. That means if fuel prices are high in your country, your monthly cost can feel like a second car payment. Motor trend. So where do hybrid and EV savings come in? Here's the honest answer. The TRX itself is not the savings choice. If you want to save fuel, the Tesla-style ownership logic wins. Electricity is usually cheaper per kilometer in many places, and EVs can reduce routine maintenance like oil changes. But EV trucks and big EVs have their own issues in Asia: charging access, apartment living, long-distance travel, and repair complexity. Also, in some regions, resale value is still more predictable for big-name combustion trucks than for niche electric trucks. The TRX is for the buyer who accepts fuel costs, but wants a machine that holds attention and holds value because it's rare and desirable. Maintenance cost and parts availability. In the USA, maintenance is straightforward but not cheap. Tires are huge, brakes are heavy-duty, and you'll go through consumables faster if you drive it like it's meant to be driven. In Japan and ASEAN, the cost is not just the part, it's the waiting time. You may need to import parts, and not every workshop will touch a supercharged V8 truck. So ownership cost outside the USA can be a patience test. If you're a buyer who hates downtime, a Toyota Hilux type ownership experience is simply easier. Insurance, also important. In the USA, insurance can be high because it's expensive, powerful, and statistically more likely to be involved in enthusiastic driving. In Asian markets, imported high-displacement vehicles can face expensive comprehensive insurance, and some insurers will value it strangely because there aren't many comparable vehicles. So before you fall in love, call your insurer first. Now performance, simple terms. In the city, the TRX feels big, wide, and heavy. It's not a cut-through traffic vehicle. In tight streets and crowded parking, you will work for it. But it also gives you a high seating position, strong brakes, and effortless acceleration when you need to merge. On the highway, that's where it becomes addictive. The truck feels stable, the power is instant, and overtaking is basically a joke. It's the kind of vehicle where you tap the pedal and you're already ahead. And if RAM delivers the new higher output TRX exactly as teased, it becomes even more ridiculous. Car and driver plus one. But is it smart for Asian roads and traffic? It depends on your use case. If your daily life is narrow streets, dense motorcycles, and tight parking, this truck will feel like wearing boots in a swimming pool. If your life includes rough roads, construction zones, bad highway patches, floods, or you travel often on mixed surfaces, then suddenly the TRX starts making sense. Not because of off-road flexing, but because it's built to take abuse while keeping you comfortable. Resale value. This is where TRX can surprise people. Because it's a halo truck and supply is limited, desirable performance trucks often hold value well compared to normal trims, especially if kept clean and unmodified. In some Asian markets, rare imported US trucks can even become status vehicles, which supports resale. The risk is regulations, emissions rules, registration rules, and fuel price trends can hurt the market later. Still, the TRX badge has strong demand energy, and the return of the TRX name itself tells you there's a market for it. AutoWeek plus one. Now quick competitor reality check. Versus Tesla, the story is operating costs versus lifestyle. Tesla-like EV ownership can be cheaper per kilometer and smoother in traffic, but only if charging fits your life and service support is strong where you live. Versus Toyota Hilux, the Hilux is the king of practical Asia. Better fuel economy, easier parts, cheaper repairs, simpler resale, and less stress. The TRX is not competing on practicality. It's competing on emotion, power, presence, and the fact that it can do supercar fun while still carrying people and cargo. So who should actually buy a 2026 TRX? Buy it if you want a once-in-a-generation, loud, crazy pickup experience. You can afford the fuel, you have space to park it, and you have access to a good workshop or importer support. If you're looking for the smartest money choice for traffic and daily commuting, you already know the answer: hybrid, smaller SUV, or an EV that fits your charging life. Now I want you to comment one thing. Would you buy the TRX for the sound and power? Or would you choose the smarter Hilux or an EV truck style for lower running cost? If you want more real ownership cost breakdowns like this for USA and Asian markets, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next video is going to save you from an expensive mistake.